So I have just made $3.20 trading GBP JPY, and I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step top-down analysis that I used to make this happen. So we begin with the weekly time frame. When you go to the weekly time frame, this is where we first of all find the trend of the trade. Okay, so when you go to the weekly time frame, as you're seeing right here, we are seeing that the price is in an uptrend. It's heading to the upside, so meaning we should be looking for buys. All right, then we still go to the daily time frame. When you go to the daily time frame, we see that the trend is still to the upside. If I try to draw a trend line for you here, you can see that from here up to this point, the trend is to the upside. So basically we are looking for buys. So after that, we go to the 4-hour time frame. When we go to the 4-hour time frame, we are still looking for trend. So basically these higher time frames I used to find the trend of the trade. Okay, the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour time frame, they used to find the trend of the trade. So this is still to the upside. So this tells us that we should be looking for more of buys on the lower time frames. Then I went to the 1-hour time frame where I find my support and resistance areas, and as you see, as I marked out, this was my take profit point. These were the stop loss areas. As you can see, the trade is still moving to the upside, but I just crashed $3.20 on this trade. Okay, so you can use this top-down analysis to find trades. Then I went to 15-minute time frame. And I went to the 15-minute time frame. This is where I entered for the trade right here. It was from this point. So price went into a bit of profit, went into a bit of loss, then steadily rose up until right now where it's still moving in profits. All right, so basically for the top-down analysis, you have 5 major time frames. You have the weekly time frame, you have the daily time frame, you have the 4-hour time frame, you have the 1-hour time frame, and the 15-minute time frame. So as you can see here, these are the time frames I put on favorites: the 1-week time frame, the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, and the 15-minute time frame. So the weekly time frame, the daily time frame, and the 4-hour time frame is what you basically use to find the trend of the trade. Okay, after finding the trend, you go to the 1-hour time frame to mark out your support and resistance areas. For a support or resistance area to be valid, it has to have a minimum of 3 touch points. All right, now for example here, I can mark out this point. Let me use this over there. So we see that whenever price reached at this point, it pushed to the upside. Price reached to this point, it pushed to the upside. So the number of touch points you have for a particular support or resistance area, the stronger it is, or the more likely it is to hold. All right, so this trade is currently still moving to the upside, but I made $3.20 on this trade. So you can basically use that top-down analysis. You analyze from the higher time frames all the way up to the lower time frames, then you take your trade. Take profit placements, you can put the take profit level on the next key zone and the stop loss level on another key zone or slightly below that key zone to prevent fake outs. But as you see, this trade is still pushing strongly to the upside. All right, still pushing strongly to the upside. All right, so follow and subscribe.